Hey YouTube, I wanted to do a short video on the K Trail. It's a green trail at Rausch Creek. I went there with Off-Road Consulting on a Blue Guide ride, and the K Trail is a connector trail at Rausch Creek. It is flat for the most part, and I think that pretty much any kind of Jeep, even a stock Jeep, could easily make it through the K Trail. It is next to this what looks like a cornfield, and we are leaving this one blue trail that we just did, and we are headed toward another one, I believe. And you can see that the obstacles on this trail are not aggressive at all, and the K trail would be a nice, lazy, easy trail for beginners to play on. And there are lots of trails like this at Rausch Creek that are available that you can easily come up here and if it's your first time going out and you don't want to do anything too crazy, you can easily come out here. Now, you're going to see the water and you're going to be like, oh my god, like I went through some water, it's super scary. The Jeep is actually designed to go through water. That's one of the three rating categories to get for its off-road badge. And so anyway, you shouldn't really be concerned with going through water when you're in a Jeep unless it's like really, really deep water. And so, the question is going to be like, well, how deep, Nathan? Like, what's deep water? Well, the deep water is where the air intake is, and if you, want to visually see it, you can open the hood, and there's a big square box like on the top of the hood. That's air intake. You don't want water in that. The air intake is above the headlights, and so the headlights are lined up with the tailgates, which is basically where the door handle is or the window is in the Jeep. So if you're in the water and the water's up to your window, let's say, like that is bad. Like you don't want to be that deep. Like you don't want to be anywhere near that deep. But if the water is just touching the wheels, it doesn't really matter. If the water is touching like your rock rail, it doesn't really matter. Even if it's going halfway up the radiator, it's still like not that big of a concern. It becomes a little bit of a concern when it gets that high if it's like super muddy, soupy water, because then you can get like mud like in your radiator, and you can get mud in different components. But if it's just water, and it's appears to be pretty clean water, like say a stream crossing or something like that, where it's moving water, then there should be no problem at all, going that deep. And I wouldn't want to say the doors are perfectly watertight, because they're not perfectly watertight, but they're pretty watertight. So, I mean, you can easily take the Jeep in water, and it's above like the threshold of the bottom of the door, and the water doesn't just like immediately pour in, assuming you haven't taken the plugs out of your Jeep. And now, like, what are the plugs or whatever? Underneath the carpet, if you look really carefully, even in modern Jeeps, there are holes at the lowest points for the water to drain out. However, the water won't drain out because there are these little plastic plugs, and you can go in there and you can take the plastic plugs out, and you can take your carpet out, and you can actually take a hose to the inside of the Jeep and pretty much wash it out. So if you ever get any water in your Jeep, you just find one of the plugs and then pull the plug out, and then you can put it back in once the water gets out of your vehicle. So as you can see, the K Trail, it has a little bit of water on it. All the trails have a little bit of water on it at Rausch, but I mean it has the word creek, Rausch Creek, right? I mean it's water. But as you can see, this trail is it's not aggressive at all, and it's a pretty easy trail to just go around on, pedal around on if you have like a stock vehicle and it's your first time out and you just want to explore. Then K might be something that you'd be interested in exploring in. Like look at the trees and look at the fall colors. And yeah, I know there isn't snow on the ground yet. Even though it's snowing, it's not snowing in my videos yet. These videos are from maybe a month ago. They're catching up to the real time. Yeah, it just when I post videos, it takes a little bit of time to edit them up and get them all fixed up. So the trail on the left, I actually said on the radio, hey, that trail looks interesting. And, I kind of wanted to do it, but everybody sort of ignored me. When I looked on the map, that was Affliction. Affliction is one of the red trails. So the colors go green, blue, black, and then red. And red is the hardest trail at Rausch. And it looked like kind of like Affliction would be a fun trail, but that was not anything within the realm of what this guided ride was about. We were aimed at doing blue trails, not red trails. So anyway, please like and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out a lot. Thanks.
My side.